Hey, I am prepping to make some Haitian spaghetti. It's my quick go-to. So I already had some bell peppers that I had used for another dish like not too long ago. So with the way groceries set up, we are not going to waste anything, okay? We are not wasting anything. Let me make sure y'all are set up right. So usually to make Haitian spaghetti, you need bell peppers. Let me get my smaller knife. I got these knives from Sam's Club and they're really good. Not only are they cute, but they're sharp as well. So yeah, let me go ahead and make these smaller. Let me turn it this way. But yeah, so just gonna be making that. Making something quick because I need to leave in about an hour or so. So you know your girl had to hop on live. But how's everybody's Saturday going? You know, I usually like to ask how everyone's Saturday is going. I know people are usually excited for the weekend. I know I am. I was telling one of my close friends this, that I understand why growing up, why adults were so happy for the weekend. Now that I'm grown, oh yeah, I understand. I completely understand. So for Haitian spaghetti, you need bell peppers, garlic. I usually make Epis as well. And Epis is that green seasoning y'all usually see on Haitian creators' channels or on anyone's channels, really. Not just Haitians make Epis, but yeah, so we're making Haitian spaghetti. And so the ingredients are inexpensive. If you're somebody, you don't even have to be Caribbean, but if you're someone who, and you know, you have a family, you don't have all that much time, this is a quick meal to make. So, guess whose gloves came in? Y'all, I love black gloves. Like, I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter as long as you're wearing gloves, but I prefer it. It just looks better on camera. So, just gonna go ahead and chop these up. So Haitian, hi Chippy Chips. I like your name. Chippy Chips, that's kind of cool. So yeah, with Haitian spaghetti, you need some fresh garlic. I enjoy using fresh garlic, as well as bell peppers. It's like ASMR. Oh, that's, you know what? Poppy, your name is Poppy or Pappy? But that's kind of smart. You just gave me an idea to possibly go on live one of these days and just do ASMR cooking where I'm chopping up vegetables or just chopping up food. And I have my little bowl here. So for those who really enjoy ASMR, they can join. Oh, thank you, Chippy Chips. I think you just subscribed to my channel because I got a notification. So Haitian spaghetti is really easy to make. So the meat that I'm deciding to use, some people like to use saucisse, which is hot dog or hot dog, like some of the Haitians like to say hot dog. And so I prefer to use turkey sausage. And it's just like a better alternative. Like the good thing with cooking is if you don't eat certain meats, you can always improvise. You can always improvise. And I made sure to wash these as well. Like, let's just say if you don't eat pork. If you don't eat pork, you can use turkey. That's the beauty with it. So you can always do that. And always, you know, make it to your liking. You can try new things if you want, but for some people, they have preferences. And this is a quick meal. This is a quick meal. Y'all, I am going to be making some what is it? Like whole grain rice, or what is it? That healthy rice. I have my nutritionist, and it's on this list that she provided. Of course, Haitian spaghetti wasn't on the list, but it's a day-by-day type of thing. I won't be eating much of this. I'll be cooking it, but also be cooking for others. And this is a great way, like if you have kids, you can have them eat this. Oh, hell, y'all. I didn't mean to freaking chop them. I'm so busy talking to y'all. I'm not supposed to be freaking chopping them like this. What is going on, girl? Well, that's okay. We can use this for something else. Luckily, I have more. I'm not supposed. I got so much into it. I'm always used to chopping up my vegetables. I'm supposed to be cutting them the long way like this. It's okay. We all make mistakes. It's okay. So yeah, when you're making spaghetti, you cook it the long way. You cut it the long way. Not cook it the long way. This way. Y'all, what I got going on? But I'm going to use that for something else tomorrow. That's not going to go to waste. Yeah, you're going to cut it like this. It's supposed to be slimmer. I'm sitting up here chopping. Finally, it hit me. I blame y'all. Y'all got me confused. What we cooking? Joey Lewis, we're cooking Haitian spaghetti, but I got so distracted. Let me stop being extra. I got so distracted, I started to cut these wrong. They're actually supposed to be cut the long way. I'm accustomed to chopping them up or making Haitian macaroni. And I'm telling y'all, I'm making spaghetti and I'm chopping it up. Like, what is going on? They're actually supposed to be the long way. I know some Haitian gonna run across this. I'm like, let me talk trash about this person. Look at how they cutting the bell peppers. They already wrong. But, okay. So I wanted to get on here. I didn't just want to just cook. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining. I wanted to talk about the Carlos King interview that I watched. So, yeah, y'all. I know for whoever is watching the playback, don't chop them up. Okay? We're saving this for something else. You cut them the long way, and don't judge me. Do not judge me. We don't judge. This is a non-judgmental channel, okay? We love everybody. I am so accustomed to making Haitian macaroni. But people know I'm always chopping up my bell peppers. But yeah, so I wanted to talk about the Carlos King interview that I watched with Keisha Kayor, and it was so good, y'all. It's so good. Does anybody in the chat know who Carlos King is or who Keisha Kayor is? Let me know. Going once, going twice. Anybody know? But yeah, so I really enjoy interviews. I really, really enjoy people who have the ability to just interview other people. And it flows well. They're not stuttering. They're not doing any of that. They're just... The conversation is flowing. So I had sent, luckily I have more orange bell peppers, but I'm not going to use all of this. I'm going to save some of it because bell peppers are not cheap. I don't have no shame in my game. I will tell y'all real quick when it comes to expenses, when it comes to how much groceries have just gone up in price. But back to the topic. So I enjoy interviews because it's so much that you can learn from people. And Keisha Kayor is someone who makes that bag. So she's married to Gucci Mane, of course. And Carlos King begins with praising her and everything because she's a hard worker. Anybody could hate on her if they want, but one thing about it, and two things for sure, they can't deny the fact that Keisha Kayor is an entrepreneur, a businesswoman, makes money, does well for herself. She even explains that in an interview where people would make fun of her as far as the clothes she would be wearing, and now she's toned it down. Like, she's toned it down as far as what she wears. But yeah, so to start off from the beginning, Carlos King praises her, how amazing she looks, And he also expresses that he basically views her as a businesswoman, like one of those like a major business model for him. I gotta get some more green bell peppers. We're making Haitian macaroni. Look, I'm saying Haitian macaroni, Haitian spaghetti. Girl, get it together. Get it together. Haitian macaroni on my mind because I feel like people be thinking that's all I can make. They be requesting it. But it's more to life than Haitian macaroni. Shoot, we have legume, dili, sauce plat. We got all this stuff. So that's why I keep saying Haitian macaroni. So sorry, y'all. But yeah, so back to the interview. Talks about her background. Her dad, whose life was cut short. I don't want YouTube to pick up on any words, because I definitely know they pick up on music when it comes to you using music. So his life was shortened, and this was at a young age, and she's from Jamaica. She's from Jamaica. The interview was so good that I started to watch it a second time. I didn't finish it the second go round, but I literally was watching it again before I decided to get on live. And so she talks about that. And back in Jamaica, you know, her dad was making a good living as far as bringing in money. And his life ended shortly. So her and her family had to move to the States, which was a major adjustment. And I believe from the interview, she was a daddy's girl, basically. She loved her dad. He was well known. She, for the most part, got what she wanted from her dad. Daddy's girl. And so then she gets an opportunity to... I believe she wanted to go into acting. Watch the interview, of course. Got this onion. Also going to use some onion, baby. Got the opportunity to... she wanted to go into acting. So she got the opportunity to, I believe, get on a music video. Because she was in a lot of music videos. Like, she was that it girl. Still is that it girl. And people wanted her. Her look was different. Keisha K.R. had that lipstick. Remember the glittery lipstick? She had her line. And I just like her confidence. And that's why I shared that interview with my friends, because it's a lot of gems in that interview. So she talks about how it was a major adjustment. She went from things looking really being okay in Jamaica to coming to the States and having to adjust. So fast forward, she loses her brother, I believe. And I may be all over the place, but I'm just trying to give y'all a general idea. She loses her brother as well. And then fast forward to her getting older, and she has an opportunity to be in some videos, which was great, which worked out for her. So talks about that, and she just stacked that money. And she explains like she's really, really good with money, which is something I aspire to be, good with money. I have a long way to go, but y'all, like, when you grow up and your parents, they do the best that they can for you, but you basically have to, especially if they're foreigners, you basically have to learn a lot. You learn from them as well, but if they're foreigners and they're just doing the best that they can, of course, they ain't gonna know everything. Like, they just making sure that the basics are met, the necessities are met. So I cut up some onions. And also, tomato paste is what gives the color. Whenever you see Haitian spaghetti, if you notice, there is like the red color is because of tomato paste. So we also have that. I'll put all the ingredients in the description box as well. And I believe I have a video on Haitian spaghetti. It's real easy. It ain't one of those difficult, you know, one of those difficult dishes. It's like real easy. I could just cut this or whatever. I don't want this chunky. But you have to figure out a lot on your own. So she talks about being extremely good with money and how she had to adjust. And then she, you know, they finally go into meeting Gucci Man and everything. And she didn't know if she could trust him or not because she didn't want to go home with a rapper who has for the most part, not the best reputation. I'm talking about the Carlos King interview with Keisha Kaur, if y'all are just tuning in. So she's like, you know, she's kind of indecisive with getting with him because of he's a rapper. And, you know, with the stereotype that rappers have, she was kind of uncertain on whether she wanted to date him or not. So like I said, you're going to use some fresh garlic. Oh, you know what? I don't have to say this. I'm going to use this to make Epis. That's what I could do. I'm going to use that to make Epis. Because Epis really makes the spaghetti really good, which is the green seasoning that I talked about before. So, see, it wasn't a mistake. It worked out. It worked out, y'all. But, yeah. So, she was kind of indecisive. Her friends are even like, girl, I don't know. I don't know if you should date him. I don't know if you should date him. And she's like, you know. But when she decided to give him a chance and they went out, she said he was so sweet. Like, he was different. He was different, held her hand, and just, he was a whole vibe. He was a whole mood. It wasn't just about the money. I mean, others could possibly have a different opinion on that, but this is coming from her. She knows her life. I thoroughly enjoyed the interview. I'm a person who enjoys interesting interviews. How the interviewer just knows how to make the whole experience very smooth. You know, like run smoothly. And I respect people. Not saying I disrespect people who, you know, the conversation doesn't really flow, but it's something to admire and want to get that way. So Carlos King is one of those. I don't know much about him, but from the few videos that I did watch, I really want to read more about him, only because of the how he carries himself, how he interviews. So yeah, but yeah, back to the interview. Talks about that, meeting him. Let me wipe this off. And just liking the experience. So then they go into all of the legal trouble he's in and having to turn himself in. And he gave her money, like before, you know, serving that time. He gave her money and she basically flipped that money. She flipped that money, and she said that the money that she was making from those appearances, like in that music video, like several music videos, I mean, she still has that money. So how amazing is that? And some facts that she dropped was she checks her accounts like 5 times a day. She said you gotta be onto scammers, and when it's so much money in an account, you kind of have to be mindful of what's coming in, what's going out. And so that's tips like that, especially if you're trying to be an entrepreneur. You can always learn. You can always learn from different interviews. I enjoy learning different information from different people and then just trying to tweak it to my own and making it work for me. So that's some advice for anyone who is interested in becoming an entrepreneur, who wants to just try to make a way. And I don't want to say escape the 9-to-5, because the 9-to-5 is what, for the most part, supports your entrepreneur dreams, like for myself, and maybe you can relate to this, but my 9 to 5 is supporting, not only do I love the field that I work in, which is the healthcare field, but it funds those other dreams that I have. Like I talk about the cleaning business that I launched in February, and I have a newfound respect for people who are able to just multitask, just be able to juggle a family. And your girl ain't even got no kids yet. And I just have a newfound respect for parents, for moms, for dads too, for anybody where I'm like, how are you managing a business and kids? And I don't even have that. I am a dog mom, so respect me. I'm a dog mom, but I be like, y'all, trying to learn the website even more, trying to learn how to market myself more, go out in person, because right now I'm a solo business owner, and eventually I want to, hire my family members, hire other people, and it's just like, girl, how are you doing this? Like, how do people do it? Yes. Oh, I'm making some spaghetti. And y'all, I'm also going to be selling food. So I have my LLC. Yeah, this is what I'm doing. I have like an old bullet. So those bell peppers that I chopped earlier, instead of saving it, I'm just going to use it for the Epis. I'm going to use some of it for the Epis because I don't need a whole lot. So I'm just going to make my Epis with this. Because earlier, I'm talking about I'm chopping these up. You ain't supposed to chop them up when you're making, spaghetti. So I messed up the whole intro. Take some of my garlic. Put it in here. I'm going to blend it. Blend it. We can't waste. But just a found respect for people who are able to just juggle everything. So, never be ashamed to say when you have a lot to learn. Don't just get in the game and then think that you got it all. Be open to learning information because it'll take you a long way. It'll take you a long way. So the interview was really interesting. And then some gems are, I almost forgot this part, y'all. I almost forgot. So some gems that she gave was when it came to money. So this is not to bash anybody. I like to keep my channel as positive as it can be. So she talked about money. And when it comes to relationships and the woman having her own, she's like, with me, I got my own. She said, if basically the man is making the money, do you really think he wants to come home and nothing is cooked? Or if it's going to be that type of traditional relationship, but how the woman is supposed to have her own. And I agree with her. You could be lovey-dovey with somebody, and this is my personal opinion. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion, but I don't care how lovey-dovey you are with somebody. Have your own. Not just have your own, but you don't know what might happen in life. You don't know if the person might become ill where you have to be the main person. This is the turkey sausage I was talking about. I already had a half. I have more. So I'm going to also use half of this to make a whole. Because if you can save, let me use another board. Hold on, y'all. Let me swap this out. Let me swap this out real quick. Where's my other cutting board? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Stay on the line. Don't go anywhere. Don't hang up. Don't waste my minutes. I'm joking. But let me wipe this. Even though I was cutting vegetables on here, I try my best to, and I'll wipe this off later. But yeah, so just having your own is important because anything could happen to that person. So a lot of people might think otherwise. And I'm going to cut this more in a diagonal angle like this. Let me change gloves. Sorry, y'all. I be weird. I be weird sometimes. Let me switch up my gloves. But anything could happen. And then if you are depending on that person 100% financially, what happens when they end up in the hospital? Or a life event occurs and they're no longer able to bring in that income, you know, like that's scary. So she brought up a good point. And then another thing, so I was raised like this though, so the information she's given isn't really new to me, but for women who can't cook, you know, there's always alternatives. I'm just gonna put it in this bowl, the turkey sausage that I'm cutting up for the Haitian spaghetti. But for women who can't cook, a lot of people like to go in, you know, when people can't do things. And I don't think that's right. The world is already, or it can be a cruel place. So it's always good to encourage people or to just come up with good points as to why something would make sense. Because everybody's raised different. We come from different backgrounds, you know, so people be so quick, oh, can't cook, oh, this or that. No, like, so how I look at it, right? Y'all, eating out is expensive. And I know people like to say, oh, and this is turkey. I know people like to say, oh, well, cooking at home can be just as expensive as eating out. And I don't believe that. Don't get me wrong. Groceries have gone up. But when you continue to eat out, I'm telling you, it adds up. So she brought up a good point to where she wants to keep the money, as much money as she can. You know? So I'm just going to put, oh, no. Some of it fell. We're having not technical difficulties. Minor difficulties. I had dropped some of these, but putting the rest of this in here. So this is what I'm working with right now. I don't need to put too much in there. Or do y'all think I should use the rest of it? I don't know. Let me see. I don't want it. I might use a little bit more. I'm going to just cut a little bit more because I don't want it to be lacking in turkey. I might cut them a little thinner too. But yeah, so it adds up. And what I always mention to, you know, women or people, let me say people, because it shouldn't just be up to women to cook. You know, men should be able to cook too, because God forbid if something happened to the wife, what you gonna do? You gotta know something too. Like this is a little thick. I can cut this a little bit thinner. Kind of make it, well, that's kind of ugly, but I'll do it to some of them. But yeah, like, you gotta learn. Okay, so to make, hi, Lori. But yeah, so we're gonna make Epis. I'm done with this board, so I'm gonna set it on here. So Epis be making your food bussin'. So we got the bell peppers. I have put a little bit of garlic in there. All right. What I'm also going to add is some Maggi. But what I'm going to do is, I be trying to be careful because Maggi is not the, you don't have to add Maggi if you don't eat Maggi. But Maggi is high in sodium. And I've said this on this channel before, but y'all, I'm in my 30s. And I kind of have to be mindful of what I eat. And you should too. Yes, I'm talking to you. I know you grown, but still, you on this channel. So yeah. Oh no, this board looks gross. Let's get rid of that. That is not pleasing. Let's get rid of this. Oh, that board nasty too. That need to be that need to be rinsed. Let me wipe it off. When it comes to cooking, I try to make sure like at least the presentation is okay. Girl, you don't know who coming on here. What if Riri comes across my page? Now, if you're on this live and I'm making your Saturday run a little smoothly, go ahead, like and subscribe. Subscribe to DJ Farrah. I'm joking. But I ain't joking about the subscribing part. But yeah, so we have our bell peppers, garlic, Maggi. Next, why am I slinging so hard? Green onion. Let me get rid of these tips. I'm gonna add some green onion. All right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right. And this is some fresh parsley, but it's not looking so fresh. Get it? Not so, no? Okay. Tough crowd. So, I'm gonna just get rid of these, like these here. But yeah, so she brought up a lot of good points. Y'all, what if I was doing all this talking and it was on mute? That's happened before where I was just talking and it was on mute. This is when I was first trying to understand live. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm always checking and trying to make sure it's not. But it's like for those who don't know how to cook, because I have a long ways to go when it comes to really knowing how to make that Haitian traditional food. Because I want to be able to make all types of Haitian foods, no matter how difficult it is. Because some Haitian foods can be extra, y'all. It's a lot. And what I mean by a lot is some of them, let me get some of these on. I don't like how they looking. So it's going to be a little bit of parsley because I don't like the color. But we also not going to waste because I did mention that groceries is kind of expensive. So, yeah. Yeah, boy. But, yeah, so it's videos. I say it's no excuse to learning things these days. If somebody says they don't know, depending on the topic, then they choose not to know. I don't like the rest of this, y'all. But yeah, so like, they just choose not to want to know because this is not like it's the old days where you don't have information at the tip of your finger. So I have my olive oil. Just pour a little bit in there. I don't need a lot. I don't need a lot of oil. We're going to add a little bit of black pepper. I do need some garlic pepper. I made a little list. Garlic pepper. Oh my gosh. Some garlic powder. I have to go buy a couple more things. And we also can't forget, I gotta cut this. Now this is optional. I'm gonna remove some of the seeds, but this is a habanero. Now you don't have to add that, but it does make it taste good. So we have the Maggi in here. We have bell peppers. We got green onion, habanero, fresh parsley. You know, we're chefing it up. We're chefing it up. Now what we're gonna do is we are going to blend it. So let's pause as we go on commercial break due to us having to blend. So this is what your Epis should look like. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? I don't know what accent that was. Shake it up a little bit. Shake it up. And then we blend. Well, that was embarrassing. Well, how about I pause y'all so I don't embarrass myself on how my little bullet sounds. Well, it looked like my bullet is out of commission. Y'all, I had this bullet for so long, I need to use my actual blender. It was like, girl, you try me one more time, you might have a problem. So I'm gonna get a blender to blend it real quick. And this is why I should have prepped before I got on here, but I don't care. I do not care. But yeah, how's everybody's Saturday going so far? Are some of y'all working? Fill me in. I'm entertaining y'all. Let me know. Put me on. What y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Is anybody cooking today? And it's always good to taste your Epis as well. Hold on, let's see. I'm gonna make sure I don't embarrass myself and put y'all on mute. Give me 1 second. All right, so I did let y'all hear a little bit of it. I had to make sure this wouldn't embarrass me neither. But the Epis is really good. I just have to find something to put it in. But it's really, really good, y'all. Really, really good. Okay, I found something. So you're gonna use this, and usually Epis is used for seasoning your meat and everything. I'm gonna show y'all what it looks like really quick. So I already have my the stove going, but this is what it looks like. This is Epis, and that's just blended seasoning. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me get my oil hot and change my gloves. But oh, let me show y'all this. So if you're gonna make Haitian spaghetti, this, girl, move to the side. This is a good brand, Goya brand, and I have my water boiling. Salt the water, add your spaghetti. But y'all, this is perfect. Okay, girl, you got the main show. Yeah. So I'm gonna add some oil to the pan that I have. And then y'all gonna watch me be sure to cook my turkey here that I had cut up earlier. So we're gonna wait for this oil to get hot, 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 hot. So yeah, so to me it's not a long process. To some other people, they might be like, you said that this wasn't a long process, but it is. So while I'm waiting for my oil to heat up, to get hot, I'm gonna add my spaghetti to the water, but I'm gonna stop my water. So make sure you add a little bit of oil to your water, to your spaghetti water, as well as some salt, but not too much on the salt, of course. Because we want the spaghetti to, to also be good. All right. Add a little bit of oil to the water. And then once my oil gets hot for my turkey sausage, then I'll take y'all over to that. But yeah, so I recommend watching Carlos King interview. He's really good, y'all. He's really, really good. I'm telling you. Like, I suggest watching it because there's a lot of gems for anybody who is pursuing or wanting to be an entrepreneur. Although it's not easy, it seems like it's more work. It actually it is more work, especially if you balancing other things. It is. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. It is. Let me make sure I got all my Epis in here. Shoot. Ain't nothing going to waste. I need to kind of hurry up though. See if my oil is hot yet. And it's always good. Okay, so the oil is hot. I'm gonna move y'all over really soon. And wait while we go on commercial break. All right, commercial break is over. So now, gonna add your turkey to the oil. Could add less oil. But this oil, y'all, I recycle my oil. When I'm cooking for myself, I recycle for my oil. Because olive oil, I don't know if you know what the price is, but baby, hey, it's expensive. So, y'all watch that for me while I step away. Okay, thanks for watching it. Now, a tip that I have is, you know how I blended the Epis not too long ago? What you can do is, you can add some water. Add some water to the blender, since it still has that Epis flavor. And you can, it's right here. You can add that to your pasta water while you wait for it to boil, so that way everything is like well seasoned. That's like a little tip I have. And if you're someone who's learning to cook, you're trying your best to learn, then of course keep an eye on things. If you can multitask, because starting off can be, it's not the easiest. But what you could do is clean up the kitchen as well, so you don't have a lot to do, you know? Like you don't have a lot to do when you're done with everything. So that's just like a tip that I have that I was taught. And I like for my sausage, or if I'm using saucies, hot dogs. Saucies is Creole for hot dogs. I always like a nice color to it. I need to make sure that everything is cooked. That's just how I am. So y'all watch this for me while I clean up the kitchen. So another tip that I have for you all is, whenever you're using bell peppers and onions and you're going to combine them, it's always best to cook your bell peppers first. Cook your bell peppers first and then your onions, because bell peppers tend to take a little bit longer to cook compared to onions. So that's another tip. Yeah, so you can just like clean up the kitchen, and that way when you're done cooking, you don't have as much I'm talking about groceries. Food is always on my mind. But you don't have as much as a mess, you know? So that's a little tip that I have. So I'm just making sure that I'm turning it. And if you have to adjust it, like put it on medium, just so everything can evenly cook out, you could do that as well. And I like using this because it can strain the oil when I'm ready to remove the turkey sausage from the pan. I don't want it burnt, but I want it damn near. So I'm going to lower it a little bit because I want it to cook a little bit more. Now I might have to turn my other eye on because one of them is not working. So, and I need this water to boil for the pasta. I mean for the spaghetti. The spaghetti. Girl, stop saying spaghetti. 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 Oh. Okay. Like I said, I'm just cleaning the kitchen up, but I need a container to also... Y'all, why did I touch that pot with my hand? I was supposed to get some mix. Girl, you are doing the most. Just have to put this in some oil. So I'm going to remove it shortly because it's looking good to me. Alright. Yeah, it's time to remove it from the oil. So you just move any excessive oil. Did I say this was the healthiest meal? No, I did not. But it's okay. We don't eat like this every day. So what I'm going to put in here next is the bell peppers. Remember what I told you, bell peppers take a little bit longer to cook. So you have to put them first and then you put the other ingredients like the onion and garlic. It doesn't take long at all. It's pretty quick actually. I didn't need all this oil. You know I'm going to be keep it as blunt, but we're gonna reuse that anyway. Shoot. Now for the action, baby. Oh, thank you. Hey, Soraya. Hey, girl. I ain't gonna say your real name on here. Oh my gosh. Thank you. I'm keeping your identity, girl. How are you doing, though? Everybody, please follow Soraya Michelle. Has a great page. So, sorry about that, y'all. I had a call coming in. But, girl, of course you're welcome. I wonder if I can pin your comment. Okay, so pin message. So yeah, everybody follow Soraya Michelle. Sorry about that. I had a call coming in, so it paused it. Yeah, if you're a mom, you need tips. It wasn't too long ago she started her YouTube, so go ahead and follow. Oh, and her husband. Follow her husband. So they're a family that actually moved to Tanzania, and they have like a lot of great videos. I'm unsure. Dang, I can't think of the name off it, but I'm pretty sure she has her husband somewhere on her page. But follow them. If I could find the name, I will put it in the description box. I should be able, because of course I follow them. So yeah, they have really good information. Soraya, are you still on here? I don't know if you're still on here. So, oh, thank you. Solo Soul 24. So I'm gonna replace pin message. Oh, okay. So her husband is Solo Soul 24 and has really good information on moving out of the States. So if you're someone that is interested in doing so, especially moving to Tanzania, then follow their page. They're like a great family oriented. So I feel like maybe I should cover this, y'all. I'm trying to have this boil a little faster, but it wants to be hard-headed. So let me cover it. Only 3 of my eyes are, like, as far as the stove is working. So I have to alternate. The second larger one isn't working. But we don't judge over here. So I have to try to make things work because I need to get off of here soon. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Follow Solo Soul if you're someone who is interested in moving to Tanzania or just moving out of the states, because it is ghetto. But hey, I ain't gonna lie, you know I like to be transparent. The states, I'll talk some smack, but it is still, in a sense, it has its pros and cons. I don't want to bash where I was born as well. But yeah, so a lot of people, I watch a lot of videos, and they're moving to other countries just for like a better life. for the most part, or just experience. Let me say experience, because sometimes you can move somewhere and you don't have the best experience. So I guess it varies. It varies, y'all. So yeah. So what are we going to do next? Dang, I'm so mad. I should have started a little bit earlier. Dang, I'm mad about that. So mad about that. I should have started earlier, but man, life be lifing. Isn't that how they say? Life be lifing. And you be lifing, okay? Let me still add it to this too. I'm adding my pasta to the water because we got to get things moving. I should have been gotten on here. Because I'm like, let me just use this opportunity to get on live. So, I think what I'm going to do is, what am I going to do? Because I added it to here already. Because we got to hurry this up. You ever be impatient? I'm like, girl, come on. Get it together. Get it together. All right, so I'm gonna wait about 1 more minute, and then I'm gonna add the onions. But we don't want no firm bell peppers, so it's always good to add the bell peppers first. Because what did I say? What did we learn in class? Bell peppers take a little bit longer to cook compared to onions, so we always add the bell peppers first, then the onions, and then the garlic, because garlic doesn't take that long to cook. So yeah, and you gotta clean up, or you don't have to, you can do whatever you want to do, but clean up the kitchen while you're cooking, so that way you make it a little bit easier on yourself. So what did we learn in class, y'all? What did we learn? Let me stop. You're probably like, what's wrong with this girl? But why y'all at it? So because of these student loans, I gotta be like Tommy. He always say he got a job. Remember Tommy off of Martin? I'm like, Tommy ain't got no damn job. Or I gotta be like, dang, what's that? Chris. Everybody hates Chris. Where the dad has about 30 jobs. I'm like his daddy. I'm like his pappy. We got a cleaning business. We're gonna be selling plates. What's a more proper way to say selling plates? I'll figure that out. But yeah, we gotta pay these loans. Some of my friends was like, girl, I ain't paying that. The Lord already took care of it. And I ain't mad at them. I am not mad at them. Let me tell y'all something. Well, you know what? I always say I don't want to tell too much of my business too quick before I know what's going on. So, but let's just say on TikTok, I came across a video. Regarding loans, right? And how people were, like, they applied in 2021. I didn't even know this. And I think it's the borrower defense loan or something like that. So people was applying for in 2021. I didn't even know about this. And it's basically, now look it up, of course. Look it up. I don't want to spread no misinformation. So that's how people cover themselves. When they come online, they got information. Hey, do your research. But yeah, so it's an opportunity where your loans can be forgiven if there is proof that the school misled you. Girl, what is misled you? I blame my retainers. But misled you as far as a job placement. So I heard through the grapevine certain schools was doing that. Misleading people. You know, thinking that they will find a job. So, and that wasn't the case. So yeah, that's an opportunity to try. And even if you don't think that you may be eligible, still try, provide the documentation. But the way these loans are set up, and the thing is, it's not that people don't want to pay for it. You know, because I'm going to be fair. I like to be fair. Okay, so if you know you borrow money from them people, pay their money back, right? Because some people's like, I just don't understand. I'm just picking up a voice, y'all. I just don't understand why people don't want to pay the loans that they borrow. Well, guess what, Mary Sue? They promised us jobs and we ain't find it. Maybe I'm showing a little bit too much of my personality on here. But if I'm entertaining y'all, go ahead, because you got to pay your student loans. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. They say a closed mouth don't get fed. So share the live so you can get your little kiki on. Okay. So we can get things paid for. Because it seems like they want their money back, which I don't mind. But dang, y'all said that I would land that high paying job. And, you know, I ain't even gonna complain, Lord. But Lord, if you find a way. Rihanna, girl, if you come across this live, Rihanna, Riri. My girl on here, Soraya Michelle, she's from Barbados, the same island you're from. If you run across this live, Riri, put me on Fenty. I don't even know if that's a Barbadian. Soraya, you still on here? Girl, am I doing the accent right? You probably gone, girl. You got things to do. So, but Rihanna, you come across this live and you like a Haitian spaghetti. Go ahead and like and subscribe, please. Riri, put me on Fenty. Put me on Fenty, girl, so I can pay these loans off, girl. Me I try to make a way. Soraya from the Barbados. I think it's Barbados. Y'all don't pay me no mind. This is what happens when you're hangry. You just start coming up with accents. Shit, I'm trying to put on a show for y'all. So yeah, the reason why, back to serious mode. So you want to make sure that your vegetables are cooked all the way. Y'all, please don't come for me. If you're from the islands, please don't come for me in my accent. It's all jokes. Please don't beat me up. Please. Hey, don't start that barking, Miss Blue. Hold on, I'm going to put y'all on commercial break. Sorry, that was my dog child. Every time I get on live, he try to embarrass me. All right, so we can't forget the garlic. Remember, we had the garlic last because that cooks really fast. And we have our spaghetti boiling, spaghetti boiling. So what I'm gonna do in a little is remove this from the oil. We ain't using all this. Wow, we got ready to use a lot. Hey, follow solo soul, y'all. Haitian spaghetti, solo soul, y'all. That's who I was talking about. As far as who has a good channel about moving to Tanzania. So I'm telling you, y'all missing good content. You better follow. Solo. You know what I'm cooking? These loans up. So going on live because it helps me gain more subscribers. I'm trying to get my watch hours up so I can pay these people. So we're gonna remove this from the oil. And we can't forget, we have also tomato paste. Yeah, so I'm making, I should have put that in the title. And I need to leave soon. And I'm on here playing with y'all. I'm cooking up these loans so I can pay these people. Shoot. I need to get monetized on YouTube. Ain't no shame in my game. I need to get monetized yesterday. Do you hear me? Y'all, yesterday. Because they knocking on my door. They say, hey, give me the money. Hold on, y'all. I got to make some things shake. I got to make some things shake real quick. Remove this from the oil. But y'all can watch. Hopefully you don't, this is my noodles. So I'm going to remove the rest of the vegetables. The bell peppers, the onions, the garlic from the oil. Because that's a lot of oil. So I'm just removing it. Oh no. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. Y'all watch this for me real quick. Watch it. Don't step away, y'all. Don't step away. Watch it for me. Even though I'm here. Oh, I need another, I need to put this in something else. But yeah, so we're just doing that so we can get monetized. All right. We gotta multitask, y'all. We have to multitask. Okay. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna swap this. I just need it to. All right. So let me lower this. I'm gonna add some tomato paste to the pot, to the pan, I mean. And tomato paste is used for the color. And then add the and this is the Epis that I made earlier. And then just make sure that the temp is good. But we're making Haitian spaghetti. Yeah, it really does, like going live. So a tip for anyone, and it's okay because some people don't like to be on live. You know, some people are kind of self-conscious. I say if you got bills, forget them haters. Forget people who will talk about you. Because there be some people saying some rude stuff on live. But I don't give a damn. As long as eventually I get monetized and I'm actually putting out content that I want to, that I feel will help people. But if you go on live, I used to hear people say that all the time. And I was like, man, I don't know. I don't want to be putting my business out here. But then the thing is, we be telling our business for free. I'm joking. But no, for real, like you can create a cooking channel if you really like to cook. You can stream. You can do whatever. If you want like a faceless page, you can do that. But it really does help, y'all. I promise. Like it does help. So the reason why we add tomato paste to our spaghetti is because it adds the color that we're looking for. That's why whenever you see people's spaghetti, they're it's like a reddish color. That's the reason. That's how they get it. They use tomato paste. Some people I've seen, everybody makes it different, but and if you want, you don't have to get rid of all of your pasta water. You can actually save some so that your spaghetti isn't dry. But this is really good. You can do like a taste test to make sure everything is how you want it. Now, this isn't something that y'all need to be eating every day, okay? All right? Because this has oil. It has, and you know, your girl trying to slim down. Oh, this is Haitian Spaghetti, Dr. Who, What, Where. I love your name. Y'all be coming up with some creative names. So this is Haitian Spaghetti. I'll have all the ingredients that I used. And thank you for joining. How is your Saturday going? So in this, what's used is bell peppers. I already have my spaghetti boiling. I'm going to check on that real quick. I made Epis, which is blended seasoning, as well as some garlic, fresh garlic. This live is long, so of course it'll be uploaded soon, and you'll be able to see everything that I use. And I also like to help people as much as possible, so it'll have the ingredients and everything and what I did, like the steps. I might have to edit that later since I have to leave. I've been trying to leave y'all for the past 30 minutes. I blame y'all. Now, all I know is, I ain't no bully. All I know is your girl better be on 1,000 subscribers as soon as I get off. I'm joking, y'all. Not really. But, yeah. So, I don't, oh, here are my tongs. I was looking for my tongs. But if you don't want, like, a tip that I have, if you don't want your spaghetti to be dry, save some of the water. Save some of the spaghetti water, and it won't be dry. And if you're someone who doesn't know how to cook, or you're learning to cook different dishes or meals, what are you waiting on? Subscribe. But yeah, so like I was saying, the tip is going live. That really, really helps if you're someone who's starting out. I think you need 50 subscribers, 50 or 51 subscribers or something like that. And once you get there, then you good. You are good. So I'm removing my spaghetti from this pot. And I'm going to, it's a lot going on over here, but it's okay. It's okay. We got this. We got this. I gave some good tips on the live. It started off a little rough, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm entertaining y'all. So what you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing if you ain't subscribing to you, girl? Now the watch hours is the hardest thing to get. Let me make sure this eye is still on. I gotta make sure I didn't turn off the wrong. I'm sorry. I just hit y'all in the face. I'm sorry. My bad, y'all. I'm abusing y'all. But yeah, the watch hours I can tell is the most challenging to get, because if you want to be monetized, you got to get 4,000. And oh my gosh, y'all, it be a lot going on. I gotta get rid of that. Some of it fell. So yeah. I don't need more napkins. So what we're gonna do next, we're gonna swap it out. Alright, so we could turn this down because we don't want it too dry. I think it's already cooked. But so we're just turning it down. You just want to ensure. Oh no! No! The spaghetti's trying to escape. Don't escape, spaghetti. Yeah, y'all. Oh, it is. It's like Bloganese. Did I pronounce that right? Dang, where's my mix? I did get some mix. Here we go. I found it because we gotta be careful. Oh, really? So what's the ingredients that go into that? Dr. Who, What, Where? What's the ingredients that goes into that? So I turn the heat down because I don't want my spaghetti to be dry. So we're gonna just ensure that everything is mixed. I did add half half of the spaghetti and then I'll add the other half. But this is like a, oh, it's quick to me. Because what might be quick to me might not be quick to somebody else, but it's good. It's good. Should have used half, but this ain't all for me, so yeah. Look, y'all, I just got my mitt. Literally still has a tag. And if you're someone who is just learning how to cook, y'all better go to Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree be having some stuff now, like some mitts, some cooking items. Is it top quality? No. But when you're learning how to cook, you do not need like the most expensive thing, you know? You don't. You just need to ensure that you have items that you can cook with. I'm just gonna add the rest. So you see, that's a lot. That's one pot. One pot. All right, so yeah, and that's what it looks like. So what we're gonna do is, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. I have some of that Epis water still. So I have my pan just to make sure that it's not dry, and I'm gonna turn this off. Turn the stove off. We're almost done. So you see what I did here? Like, this is the Epis water in the pan that I was making everything. Finish mixing everything. Let me take this glove off. I'm almost done anyways. Mix everything. I had another, where is it at? I don't see it. But it was like it's meant for whenever you're making any type of spaghetti or pasta. Watch I find it as soon as I get off with y'all. Can't stay when that happens. But yeah, so back to the show. Just really well. Okay. Stove is off. So you want it to be saucy. Saucy. You feel me? So this is a big pot. So you got your kids, you got your family, you got your man. You don't want to do too much, ladies. You better make some Haitian spaghetti. That ain't gonna take too long. I'm like, oh my gosh, darling. I'm just gonna add this to it. So it's not dry. And I usually use red onions, but this time I used what I had. So you can find these ingredients in your home. You can find these ingredients in your home. Just get everything mixed up. Just want to make sure everything is mixed well. Okay. So, we're done making that. Oopsies. Let's clean that up. Let me wipe this up. I need a napkin. Oh, yeah. Get this. plate it. All right, y'all. I'm gonna plate it quick. Just trying to wipe this down. So, I need one of my cute little bowls. It's not really a bowl, but because we have to plate this. I need to take a picture of it so that it could be like a picture. Hold on. Maybe I should have used all the turkey, but I don't care because I like just enough. I don't want it too much. Okay. I could have plated that better. I might need to switch bowls. I don't know. I want it to be cute. So let's see. I'm gonna show y'all real quick. All right, y'all. Take y'all over real quick. Give me 1 second. So, all right, so here it is, some Haitian spaghetti. Thanks for joining, y'all. I really appreciate it. My live. Turn these lights off. Well, that light off. But yeah, so this is something you can make at home. Give me until later tonight. I'll put in all the ingredients that I used to make this, but it's really good. Your kids will like it. Your spouse will like it. Your significant other, whomever. Even your dog will like it. But thanks for joining, y'all. I really appreciate it. This was fun. All right.